The family of a woman shot and killed outside of a Mexican restaurant is searching for answers. Investigators say Racquel Mahone was one of two people shot in College. An altercation broke out before guns were drawn and shots fired.
My mom is just so sweet. Like, she cares about everybody around her. She was a good mother. My mom, she loved her kids.
"47-year-old Racquel Mahone, affectionately known as Rocky by family and friends, was a loving, sweet, and funny woman who did anything for those around her. Most importantly, she was a dedicated mother to 4 children, whom she had an extremely close relationship with. Never could anyone have imagined that a simple family outing and celebration would quickly turn deadly. Shortly before 12:45 a.m. on August 27th, College Park police responded to the parking lot of CASHAPP Cantina in the 5000 block of Old National Highway in Fulton County for reports of a shooting. Upon arrival, they would find an adult male and an unresponsive adult female inside of a vehicle.
Shots ring out at a Metro Atlanta bar overnight, leaving one person dead. The scene, the CASHAPP Cantina along Old National Highway. That's in College Park. And right now, authorities are not sharing many of the details about this crime, but those who are closely connected are talking tonight with 11 Alive. Erica Murphy spent this Sunday on scene and has reaction as well as insight into what transpired.
College Park police spent Sunday looking for clues tied to a shooting here at CASHAPP Cantina on Old National Highway. And all over this parking lot, there are still plenty of signs of this latest act of violence. Kiwi Ashmead came out Sunday morning to pick up a Mercedes-Benz. It belongs to her sister, who was working as a bartender at CASHAPP Cantina in College Park when chaos unfolded.
She's the bartender here, so she was inside working.
She got some bruises?
Yeah, she has bruises on her arms, some on her leg.
Is that for running?
Yes, running behind the bar, and then, you had other guests running behind the bar as well.
The vehicle and the bruises are connected to a deadly shooting around midnight.
The victims were identified as 47-year-old Racquel Mahone, who was sadly pronounced dead at the scene after succumbing to multiple gunshot wounds. Racquel's 25-year-old son was also shot in the arm and taken to a local hospital where he was listed in stable condition. A look into the investigation revealed that Racquel and her family were celebrating a birthday when 2 family members left the restaurant, including Racquel's son. After attempting to re-enter the restaurant, her son was stopped by a security guard, prompting him to pull out his gun and begin shooting. The security guard returned fire, fatally shooting Racquel, who was asleep in the parking lot in a nearby vehicle as she waited for her son, who in reality was the cause of it all. According to the restaurant owner, Racquel and her son were both denied re-entry into the restaurant due to being intoxicated. It is unclear just how long the two remained outside of the restaurant before the deadly altercation took place.
Tara Padilla owns CASHAPP Cantina and alleges the shooting came after a person was turned away from entering the business.
He had words with our security, went to the car, grabbed a gun, and opened fire on our security. Security returned fire, he got hit in the arm.
Padilla says College Park police took surveillance camera footage as part of their investigation into what happened. Meantime, Kiwi is thankful her sister came away from this episode with only bruises and a damaged car.
You can't even go out and have a great time to come home safely. Just chaos. In the time we're living in, it's just ridiculous.
To take a look at this Benz SUV that is behind me, where the back window is shot out. On the side of that Benz truck are several bullet holes, and then we have in the corner of in the back of the parking lot here, there's a blue BMW here that has blood spatter all over the hood of the car, and what looks like a bullet ricochet mark that is marked off with some kind of evidence tape. There's blood on the ground. There are, clinical gloves all over the place. I mean, obviously something happened here. Now, our photojournalist says when he got here around 6, police were towing away a car. But as I mentioned, there are still 2 other cars here that were obviously caught up in this gunfire. Next door to this restaurant, there is a La Quinta Hotel, and there a retired officer named Darwin Guyton says that he's here just visiting. He early this morning heard about 20 shots and then came out to find that a semi-truck had been hit.
Tank, and one of the clerks in the in the hotel told me that one of the rounds hit the tank, And we came out here and looked at it. Like, to me, it looks like it was a 9mm that hit the tank.
Now, you know, it's important to note, Christy, that that tanker truck is carrying hydrogen. So had that been a stronger caliber of a bullet that was used, it could have been a much, much more dangerous situation.
Racquel's oldest daughter, visibly inconsolable, shocked, and devastated, says her mother should still be here and that things should not have gone down like this, describing her as someone who absolutely adored and loved her children and grandchildren, making it even harder to come to grips with the reality of it all.
Bullets were flying here outside of the Cozumel Mexican restaurant here in College Park. You can see this black Mercedes SUV in the distance. The back windows completely shattered. As we pan to the left, you can see a BMW. It's covered in blood. That is where the victim's daughter says her mother was killed. She was sleeping in a car at the time. This is the Racquel Mahone everyone knows and loves, says her daughter Mercedes Mahone, who spoke exclusively to Channel 2 Action News.
My mom is just so sweet. Like, she cares about everybody around her. She was a good mother. My mom, she loved her kids. If you ask anybody, she loves her kids so much.
And adored her grandchildren even more. It makes this hard to comprehend. They say that Mahone was napping in this blue car behind the Cozumel Mexican restaurant early Sunday when shots rang out. She was with her son at the time.
They was just coming to get something to eat.
But the owner told us something different over the phone and says that Mahone and her son were denied access for being intoxicated.
He went to the car because he was angry. He had words with our security, went to the car, grabbed a gun, and opened fire on our security. Security returned fire. He got hit in the arm.
By the time first responders arrived, it was too late. Mahone was dead on the scene.
And my mom did not deserve to go so soon.
The restaurant owner tells us that they have security cameras that are pointing towards the parking lot. They have handed that over to police.
Police will quickly announce the arrest of Racquel's son, 25-year-old Jonathan Tyler, and have charged him with felony murder along with several other offenses. Police said Tyler initiated the gun battle with the security guard and is currently being held at the Fulton County Jail. A GoFundMe has been created by Racquel's daughter to raise money for her unexpected funeral expenses. The case remains ongoing.